Before we get into the video, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. Now, we've all seen it happen plenty of times. Love will make you do some crazy things, but shooting a man with a shotgun because he happened to be talking to your girlfriend in a strictly platonic way is a new form of crazy. So, a drug dealer has been sentenced to more than 11 years in prison after blasting what he thought was a love rival in the leg with a shotgun as they sat in his mum's Mercedes. 30-year-old Vincenzo De Falco was looking to murder his quote-unquote rival, and I say that because he and his opposition sat in the Mercedes before De Falco pointed the shotgun at the victim from point-blank range, and then he pulled the trigger. As blood and gunpowder stained the Mercedes, Vincenzo De Falco had the door open and dumped his rival on the pavement, leaving him for dead on January 21st, 2019. Now, the shooting took place because the victim was an ex-partner of De Falco's girlfriend. Lucy Flux, the girlfriend in question, and the victim had been texting back and forth, and again, there was no evidence to suggest that there was any flirting going on. It was strictly platonic. And he was essentially set upon by the girlfriend after he wanted to buy weed from her partner, aka De Falco. Now, when they met up, De Falco and the victim sat in the back seat of the leased Mercedes. De Falco then confronted the victim about messaging his girlfriend, and he shouted in his rage, and I quote, "Do you think I'm some sort of muppet?" Now, to be fair to the victim, he tried to de-escalate the situation and assure Vincenzo that nothing was going on and that he had nothing to worry about. But again, that rage and that red mist, it runs deep, and Vincenzo snapped and shouted, "Do you want to get shot?" That's when the victim noticed that the shotgun was pressed against his skin. Now, this is where things get a bit mad. After the shooting, De Falco roped his own mum into taking the blood-stained car, aka the crime scene, to be professionally cleaned, hoping it would destroy any type of evidence, thus making his own mum an accomplice. Now, if De Falco had a spine or a backbone, he would clean up his own mess, but to involve your own mum in such a violent crime, knowing that if she gets caught, she's going to prison, that's just a new form of law. And of course, she did get caught, and she was sentenced. So last month, mum, 59-year-old Patricia Dean, was jailed for 18 months for assisting an offender. What's worse is, Patricia Dean had a good career. She worked as a nurse, and the crime scene, aka the Mercedes, was an NHS-leased vehicle. Her oath to save life was a big farce. And now today, her son, Vincenzo De Falco, was sentenced to 11 years and 3 months for the crime of causing grievous bodily harm with intent and supplying cannabis. It was only by the grace of God that the victim grabbed a gun that he wasn't murdered in the back seat of the Mercedes that night. Sadly though, the victim did sustain life-changing injuries, which included 56 hours of surgery and having his leg amputated. Love, hey, I told you it would make you do crazy things. All I can say is stay safe, safe.